Hello everyone. The topic of the discussion today is predictive methods based on sequence data. Introduction. The rapidly increasing number of nucleotide and amino acid sequence data has become a major source of information for biomedical researchers. Knowing how to use appropriate software is necessity for biologists wanting to identify new genes or new proteins. Computer databases are an increasingly necessary tool for organizing the vast amounts of biological data. As such, automated methods will become increasingly important in annotating the human and other genomes to increase the intrinsic value of these data as they are being deposited into the public databases, followed by various predictive methods. We will now learn predictive methods using DNA sequences. At the DNA level, upstream of a given gene, there are promoters and other regulatory elements that control the transcription of that gene. The gene itself is discontinuous, comprising both introns, that is non-coding regions, and exons, that is coding regions. Once this stretch of DNA is transcribed into RNA molecule, both ends of the RNA are modified, keeping the 5' end and placing a poly A signal at the 3' end. The RNA molecule reaches maturity when the introns are spliced out based on short consensus sequences found both at the intron exon boundaries and within the introns themselves. Once splicing is completed and the start and stop codons have been established, the mature mRNA is transported through a nuclear pore into the cytoplasm, at which point translation can take place. Gene finding strategies can be grouped into three major categories. Number 1, content based methods. These methods give properties of a sequence in making a determination. Number 2, site based methods. These methods are used to detect features such as donor and acceptor splice sites, binding sites for transcription factors, poly A tracts, and start and stop codons. Number 3, comparative methods make determinations based on sequence homology. We will now examine a number of the commonly used methods or database that is available for prediction of gene sequence data. Number 1, GRAIL. GRAIL stands for Gene Recognition and Analysis Internet Link. It is the elder form of the gene prediction techniques because it is among the first of the techniques. There are two basic GRAIL versions. GRAIL 1 makes use of a neural network method to recognize coding potential in fixed length, that is 100 bases. An improved version of GRAIL 1 called GRAIL 1A can be used to find true exons and eliminating false positives. A further refinement led to a second version called GRAIL 2, in which variable length windows are used and contextual information, for example, splice junctions, start and stop codons, poly A signals are considered. Number 2, FGeneH or FGenes. FGeneH is a method that predicts internal exons by looking for structural features such as donor and acceptor splice sites, putative coding regions and intronic regions, both 5 prime and 3 prime to the putative exon. MZEF. MZEF stands for Michael-Zeng's exon finder. The predictions rely on a technique called quadratic discriminant analysis. In the case of MZEF, the measured variables include exon length, intron-exon and exon-intron transitions, branch sites, 3 prime and 5 prime splice sites, and exon strength and frame scores. GenScan. GenScan is designed to predict complete gene structures. As such, GenScan can identify introns, exons, promoter sites and poly A signals, as do a number of the other gene identification algorithms. ProCRUSTs. ProCRUST takes genomic DNA sequences and forces them to fit into a pattern as defined by a related target protein. The method uses a spliced alignment algorithm to sequentially explore all possible exon assemblies, looking for the best fit of predicted gene structure to candidate protein. If the candidate protein is known to arise from the query DNA sequence, correct gene structures can be predicted with an accuracy of 99% or better. Gene ID. The current version of Gene ID finds exons based on measures of coding potential. It uses position weight matrices to assess whether a given stretch of sequence represents a splice site or a start or stop codon. Gene parser. Gene parser uses a slightly different approach in identifying putative introns and exons. HMM gene. HMM gene predicts whole genes in any given DNA sequence using a hidden Markov model, that is HMM method, geared toward maximizing the probability of an accurate prediction. We would now discuss predictive methods using protein sequences. As we have already seen with nucleotide sequences, all protein sequences, whether determined directly or through the translation of an open reading frame in a nucleotide sequence, contain intrinsic information of value in determining their structure or function. The computational techniques allow biological discovery based on the protein sequence. The alphabet of 20 amino acids found in proteins allows for much greater diversity of structure and function. Each residue can influence the overall physical properties of the protein because these amino acids are basic or acidic, hydrophobic or hydrophilic, and have straight chains, branched chains, or aromatic. Thus, each residue has certain propensities to form structures of different types in the context of a protein domain. These properties are the basis for one of the central tenets of biochemistry, that sequence specifies conformation. The physical and chemical properties of each of the 20 amino acids are fairly well understood, and a number of useful computational tools have been developed for making predictions regarding the identification of unknown proteins based on these properties. Many of these tools are available through the XPaSSy server at the Swiss Institute of Bioinformatics. Predictive methods using protein sequences has been categorized in 3 parts. Number 1. Protein identity based on composition. Number 2. Secondary protein structure prediction. And number 3. Tertiary protein structure prediction. Protein identity based on composition includes number 1. AA comp ident. Rather than using an amino acid sequence to search Swiss prot, AA comp ident uses the amino acid composition of an unknown protein to identify known proteins of the same composition. Number 2. Prop search. Prop search uses the amino acid composition of a protein to detect weak relationships between proteins. This technique can be used to easily discern members of the same protein family. Number 3. MOUSE. The molecular weight search, that is MOUSE algorithm, capitalizes on information obtained through mass spectrometric techniques, that is MS techniques. With the use of both the molecular weights of intact proteins and those resulting from digestion of the same proteins with specific proteases, an unknown protein can be unambiguously identified given the results of several experimental determinations. Number 4. Compute PI or AMW and Prot Param, which are also the online program of XPASI server. Compute PI or AMW is a tool that calculates the isoelectric point and molecular weight of an input sequence. The sequence can be furnished by the user in FASTA format. Based on the input sequence, Prot Param calculates the molecular weight, isoelectric point, overall amino acid composition, a theoretical extinction coefficient, aliphatic index, the protein's grand average of hydrophobicity, that is gravy value, and other basic physico-chemical parameters. Number 5. Peptide mass, an online program of XPASI server. Peptide mass determines the cleavage products of a protein after exposure to a given protease or chemical reagent. The enzymes and reagents available for cleavage through peptide mass are trypsin, chymotrypsin, lysine C, cyanogen bromide, arginine C, aspartic acid N, and glutamic acid C. Peptide mass is able to use information within the Swiss prot annotation to improve the calculations, such as removing signal sequences or including known post-translational modifications before cleavage. Number 6. T-grease. T-grease calculates the hydrophobicity of a protein along its length. The method relies on a hydropathy scale in which each amino acid is assigned a score reflecting its relative hydrophobicity based on a number of physical characteristics. Example: solubility, the free energy of transfer through a water vapor, phase transition, etc. Amino acids with higher positive scores are more hydrophobic, while those with more negative scores are more hydrophilic. Number 7. SAPS. The statistical analysis of protein sequences, that is SAPS algorithm, provides extensive statistical information for any given query sequence. When a protein sequence is submitted via the SAPS web interface, the server returns a large amount of physical and chemical information on the protein, including the locations of positively or negatively charged clusters, high scoring charged and uncharged segments, and charge runs and patterns. The final sections present information on high scoring hydrophobic and transmembrane segments, repetitive structures and multiplets, as well as periodicity analysis. Number 8. Profile scan. Based on the classic Gribskov method of profile analysis, profile scan uses a method called PF scan to find similarities between a protein or nucleic acid query sequence. Number 9. Blocks. The blocks database utilizes the concept of blocks to identify a family of proteins rather than relying on the individual sequences themselves. When these individual motifs from proteins in the same family are aligned without introducing gaps, the result is a block. An individual protein can contain one or more blocks corresponding to each of its functional or structural motifs. Number 10. CDD. Recently, NCBI introduced a new search service aimed at identifying conserved domains within a protein sequence. The source database for these searches is called the Conserved Domain Database, or CDD. This is a secondary database with entries derived from both PFAM and SMART, that is Simple Modular Architecture Research Tool. We would now learn secondary protein structure prediction. In the case of secondary structure prediction, the input layer would be information from the sequence itself, and the output layer would be the probabilities of whether a particular residue could form a particular structure. Here, an appropriate training set would be all sequences for which three-dimensional structures have been deduced. It includes number 1, NN-PREDICT. The NN-PREDICT algorithm uses a two-layer feed-forward neural network to assign the predicted type for each residue. In making the predictions, the server uses a FASTA format file with the sequence in either one letter or three-letter code. Residues are classified as being with an alpha helix, that is H, a beta strand, that is E, or neither. For the best case prediction, the accuracy rate of NN-PREDICT is reported as being over 65%. Number 2. Predator. The Predator secondary structure prediction algorithm is based on recognition of potentially hydrogen bonded residues in the amino acid sequence. It uses database derived statistics on residue type occurrences in different classes of local hydrogen bonded structures. The novel feature of this method is its reliance on local pairwise alignment of the sequence to be predicted between each related sequence. The input sequences can be either FASTA, MSF, that is multiple sequence format, or cluster format. The mean prediction accuracy of Predator in 3 structural states is 68% for a single sequence and 75% for a set of related sequences. Number 3. SciPred. The SciPred method was developed at the University of Warwick in UK. SciPred uses 2 feed-forward neural networks to perform the analysis on the profile obtained from SciBlast. Sequences can be submitted through a simple web front end in either single letter raw format or in FASTA format. The results from the SciPred prediction are returned as a text file in an email message. Average prediction accuracy for SciPred in 3 structural states is 76.5%, which is higher than any of the other methods described here. Number 4, SOAPMA. The protein sequence analysis server at the Centre National de la Recherche Scientifique, that is CNRS, in Lyons, France, takes a unique approach in making secondary structure predictions. Rather than using a single method, it uses 5, the predictions from which are subsequently used to come up with a consensus prediction. The 5 methods used are the Garnier-Guibret-Robson method, that is GOR method, the Levin homologue method, the double prediction method, the PhD method, and the method of CNRS itself called SOAPMA. Briefly, this self-optimized prediction method builds sub-databases of protein sequences with known secondary structures. The method can be run by submitting just the sequence itself in single letter format. The output from each of the component predictions as well as the consensus shows the position of helices and sheets. The presence of certain specialized structures or features such as coiled coils and transmembrane regions can be predicted with a relatively high degree of confidence. Number 5, coiled coils. The coils algorithm runs a query sequence against a database of proteins known to have a coiled coil structure. The program takes sequence data in GCG or FASTA format. One or more sequences can be submitted at once. Number 6, transmembrane regions. The Kite-Doolittle-T-Grease algorithm is very useful in detecting regions of high hydrophobicity. We consider first a predictive method specifically for the prediction of transmembrane regions. This method, TMPRED, relies on a database of transmembrane proteins called TM-base, that is transmembrane base. TM-base, which is derived from SwissProt, contains additional information on each sequence regarding the number of transmembrane domains they possess, the location of these domains, and the nature of the flanking sequences. Number 7, signal peptides. The Center for Biological Sequence Analysis at the Technical University of Denmark has developed Signal P, a powerful tool for the detection of signal peptides and their cleavage sites. Tertiary protein structure prediction. The most complex and technically demanding predictive method based on protein sequence data has to do with structure prediction. The importance is being able to adequately and accurately predict structure based on sequence. The most robust of the structure prediction techniques are homology modeling and threading or fold recognition methods. Swiss model is a program that performs automated sequence structure comparisons by two-step process. The first approach mode is used to determine whether a sequence can be modeled at all. When a sequence is submitted, Swiss model compares it with the crystallographic database experimental protein data bank, that is XPDB, and modeling is attempted only if there is a homologue in XPDB to the query protein. The template structures are selected if there is at least 25% sequence identity in a region more than 20 residues long. If the first approach finds one or more appropriate entries in XPDB, then the atomic models are built and energy minimization is performed to another automated protein fold recognition method. In this method, correct assignment of the fold depends on the ranked scores generated for the probe sequence based on its compatibility with each of the structures in a library of target 3-dimensional structures. The inclusion of the predicted secondary structure in the analysis improves fold assignment by about 25%. The second approach compares structures with structures in the same light as the vector alignment search tool, that is VAST. The DELI algorithm looks for similar contact patterns between two proteins, performs an optimization and returns the best set of structure alignment solutions for those proteins. The method is flexible in that gaps may be of any length and it allows for alternate connectivities between aligned segments, thereby facilitating identification of specific domains that are similar in two different proteins, even if the proteins as a whole are dissimilar. The DELI web interface will perform the analysis on either two sets of coordinates already in PDB or by using a set of coordinates in PDB format submitted by the user. Alternatively, if both proteins of interest are present in PDB, their pre-computed structural neighbors can be found by accessing the FSSP database of structurally aligned protein fold families. Summary: in this topic, we have learnt the predictive methods based on nucleotide and amino acid sequence data. Additionally, we have also described the gene and gene finding strategies. We have further seen a number of the commonly used methods of database that are available for prediction of gene and protein sequence data. The predictive methods based on DNA sequence data are GRAIL, FGeneH, MZEF, GenScan, ProCRISPS, GeneID, GeneParser and HMM-Gene. All the protein sequences are determined directly through the translation of an open reading frame in a nucleotide sequence. The major predictive techniques based on protein sequence data are AA-competent, ProtParam and PeptideMass, which are online programs of XPaSSy server, PropSearch, Mousy, ComputePI or MW, T-Grease, SAPS, Blocks, CDD and the secondary structure prediction tools that are NNPredict, Predator, SciPred, SOPMA, followed by tertiary structure prediction and their PDB predicted tool. Thank you.